Most people think therapy began in modern America, that it's all about comfy chairs, childhood stories, and $150 an hour. But here's the truth. Humans have been doing therapy for thousands of years. We just use different names for it. In the West, we love to analyze our parents. We talk about how mom made us anxious or how grandpa ruined our confidence. We go to therapy to talk about it again and again, sometimes for decades. It feels modern, it feels Western, but it's not new. Not even close. Across traditional African cultures among the Yoruba in West Africa, the Oroma in Ethiopia, and the Hutu of Rwanda and Eastern Congo people have always believed the same thing. What haunts your mind often comes from the past, not metaphorically, literally. They say when someone dies, their spirit still lives nearby, and if you don't handle that spirit with care, your peace, your luck, and even your health can start to break apart. So when the Yoruba feel mentally or emotionally disturbed, they don't look for a therapist. They visit a spiritual healer called a Babalaoa, kind of ancient psychologist. The Babalaoa's job isn't to give advice, it's to find out which ancestor might be angry, hurt, or misunderstood. Because in their world, if something in your life isn't working, it means your relationship with the unseen world has gone wrong. During the session, the healer uses a sacred tool called an aroefa, a carved stick used to tap the ground rhythmically. That sound, steady and deep, marks the moment when the ordinary world falls away. It's not just noise, it's an invitation for both the living and the dead to listen. The aroefa itself tells a story. It often shows a kneeling human figure, and on top, a bird that can fly between this world and the next. A symbol of connection, the human asking the spirit for peace. Imagine this. Someone walks in saying, "I keep failing at work. I feel like I don't deserve success." The Babulio listens carefully, then says, "This might not be about your job. It might be about your father's spirit still watching, still judging." Then he begins to speak to that spirit directly. He might say, "Your child honors you. Let them live freely. Let them rise higher than you did if that isn't." The healer takes stronger action, banishing the spirit deeper into the unseen, forbidding it from disturbing the living again. That's not superstition. That's ancient therapy in its own language. Fast forward to 20th century America. We have Freud, we have Jung, we have psychotherapy, and we call it revolutionary. But maybe it wasn't. Maybe we rediscovered what ancient people already knew, that the living are never free until they've made peace with the dead. Think about it. You're standing in line at the grocery store, paying $4.79 for milk, and suddenly you hear an old voice in your head. You never do anything right. You laugh it off. But it's there, a ghost from your past, still running your life without permission. Headaches, panic, failed relationships. We call them symptoms. Ancient cultures called them messages, different words. Unhealed relationships from the past will keep tugging at the present until we face them. When you talk to a therapist today, you're doing what people have always done. You're confronting ghosts not in the air, but in your memory. Westerners say inner child. Africans say ancestor spirit. Same thing, different accent. The rhythm of the aroefa, the soft voice of a therapist, they both create the same effect. A sacred space for honesty and release. Science gave us language, anxiety, trauma, attachment. Ancient wisdom gave us meaning, forgiveness, balance, restoration. And the mind needs both. If you've ever confronted your past, really faced it, you know the feeling. Suddenly you can breathe. You can sleep. You can finally move on. That's not just psychology. That's ceremony. So what does this mean for us now? It means therapy didn't start with couches. It started with people talking around a fire, understanding that pain isn't just chemical, it's relational. Here is something you can try tonight. Write a letter to someone from your past, alive or gone, and say everything you never said. Read it out loud. Then say, "Thank you. I'm moving on now." That's your version of the That's your ritual of release. You don't have to believe in spirits. You just have to understand that your mind keeps every relationship you've ever had, and peace comes from setting the old ones down gently. In every culture, the wise knew the same thing. The past can choke the present. The cure is courage, the courage to face what lingers and to speak to it until it lets go. So maybe therapy wasn't invented in America after all. Maybe we just changed the language. The goal is still the same: to quiet the ghosts so the living can finally live. So let me ask you, what old voice still echoes in your mind? And what would you say to it if you could speak freely right now? Type one sentence in the comments. Something you're finally ready to release. And if this story spoke to you, share it with someone who might be carrying their own ghosts. Hit subscribe for more stories that connect ancient wisdom with modern healing. Because no matter where we come from, we've always known how to heal. We just needed to remember.